Social responsibility is another big factor for this generation. It's very popular in the UK. You'll see a lot of corporate social responsibility sites or sections of firms' websites over in the UK. This one in particular is Addleshaw. This is their career site. You'll see in the very front of the site, they've got a partnership with Habitat for Humanity, where trainees have the option to work on projects overseas, or these community projects overseas. And right within their main navigation items in the career section is a CSR and diversity page. And if you click on the corporate social responsibility navigation item, it actually takes you to their corporate social responsibility site. They have a whole mini site dedicated to this. And if you haven't seen it, it's pretty compelling. But they have a number of different programs. They have things you can vote on. We've talked about this in the past in other presentations. But they also give you access to the director of their CSR manager, the person who runs their corporate social responsibility programs within the firm, and they have a blog. So immediately they understand that this is important for their recruits and for the candidates they're talking to. They're trying to differentiate themselves from every other firm out there. They've got a really big program, and they're talking about it, and they've integrated it into their recruiting site. So really making it part of that conversation they're having with those recruits on the web. I pulled a few other examples together today, actually this morning, because I thought they were really compelling too. Accenture, they always do a great job on their website in general. They've got great representative experience. They do a great job in brand. But they also, in the recruiting section, they also have a section here for their culture. And part of their culture is giving back. So they've got a bunch of different programs. One in particular is called the Accenture Development Partnership, where individuals can take a 50% pay cut and go work on programs overseas in impoverished countries, starting mobile healthcare units in Rwanda, or working on starvation in India. Whatever it is, they can take a 50% pay cut, and they will help them manage the fixed costs, pay their mortgage and other things while they're over there so they can maintain their home. And when they come back to these programs, they've got a wealth of experience, plus they get their job back. So they can do this for a year and then come back. I think 250 students have been through, their employees have been through this, and they've got thousands lined up for it. So they've really connected with that sense of social responsibility and giving back, and they've created programs around it. And there's actually a video on that section of the site within their career section that is a CNN profile on Generation Y and what's happening. And they've got part of that video is profiling the Accenture program. So it's pretty interesting. GE. Not a law firm, not a professional services firm, obviously, but I thought it was really interesting what they've done. They've got this, we've all seen the Eco-Imagination commercials that GE's put out. GE partnered with MTV to challenge university students, I think law students, and there's some parallels here if you come up with some creative ideas for how you'd work this, to come up with ecologically minded improvements to university and their contributions to the ecosystem. So essentially, they've got a whole set of key issues and resources that are top of mind for GE's Eco-Imagination, and they've challenged these students to come up with plans for sort of solving these particular issues. And they basically the winners were shown on MTV. They gave out awards for this stuff. But they've really partnered with them to bring this stuff together. And I thought the quote for the chair of the Environmental Studies program here at Oberlin College was actually pretty interesting. It said, "No institutions in modern society are better able to catalyze the necessary transition to a sustainable world than universities. They have access to the leaders of tomorrow and the leaders of today. They have buying and investing power, and they are widely respected." So they're really connecting with those individuals, and that they're sort of social and economic minded.